is it longer to record the way you did with your live band compared to what people do now is quick beat tracks, get the vocals and chop it together? Is it a longer process?
Yeah, no. Well, I think it's longer when you're doing it out of the box, when you're doing it with the machine,
Mm,
because you got to you got to try to create a live sound
mm,
from the machine and make it feel like that's a musician playing it now. So
yeah.
you're trying to create a live sound from a machine. So I think it's a longer and harder process. You know what I'm
Mhm,
saying? But
yeah.
you know, you, the, when you got live musicians, you got a lot of touches on the music. A
Yeah.
lot of people are touching the music now. You got
Mm,
a guitar player, you got a bass player, you got a piano player, and they're all touching that music. So their
yeah.
touch is on that music. So when you got the machine, you only got one interpretation of
Yeah.
that music. You got one guy playing the drum, playing the guitar, playing, the piano. That's one guy's interpretation of
Yeah.
everything going on. But when you're doing it live, you got different touches of the music, different feels, different people touching that music. So their feeling is also in that music now. And it's not only mine.
What you say makes a lot of sense because I've been watching when I watch, say, the making of, say, Thriller and see how Quincy Jones will get all these musicians to interpret these songs. So it's not just,
Absolutely.
yes. So even though Michael and Quincy might say they're the producers, but the guitar player saying, yeah, I came up with this riff. The bass player says, yeah, when I did this and they added it to it, and you
Yeah,
see the richness of it.
absolutely. It's a like, and so you like with Michael and Quincy, you got to remember that Michael Jackson was a great influence on that music that Quincy was doing because he could hum and mimic a lot of those instruments, and that he made. This is what it should feel like. This is what I'd want it to be. Boom. And that's the way I interpret it when I get with the live musicians. I say, this is what it should feel like. This is how the groove should feel.
Mm.
And so I'm humming it. I sound like I'm out of my mind, but
But they could understand because they've been singing behind you for such a long time. They know what
absolutely,
it.
absolutely, absolutely.
How different was it during the time with Gamble and Huff and the way they created music?
It was the well, you had Leon Huff who plays the piano. Now,
Mm.
when he plays the piano, it sounds like a whole band is playing
Wow.
because he's got his foot on the pedal of
Okay.
the piano, and he's slapping the pedal like it's a backbeat of the drums. So when Earl Young gets it and put all of that other stuff with it, it's already created that Huff has already created that feeling that they get. The piano is the way he plays the piano, you can hear everything that the guitar should be doing, the
Wow.
bass player should be doing, because he's playing that with his left hand. He's playing the bass line on the piano with his left hand, and the right hand is doing all the color that you need. So that's what the guitar player is going to be freaking off of.
Mm.
That's where he's going to get his part from.
Wow. And then you had
It,
Gamble doing the writing.
and then Gamble is doing the melody,
Mm.
and he's the guy. Gamble is the guy who's sitting there telling them when they're going too far, when they're doing too much, when
Wow.
it's not a when you're not doing enough, or you're doing too much. Let's not do that because that's taking over the track. Let's not. You don't have to play that part. Just keep it simple. Do this part, and he keeps it. He's the regulator. He lets them know when they're doing too much or not doing enough.
How much was it like then for you as, I know you guys had a couple number of years trying to get in to get successful, but when you signed and worked with them, the big hits, Backstabbers and For the Love of Me, all those big songs, what did you learn from that as a songwriter yourself, working under probably arguably the two greatest producers that we ever saw in music?
Uh, you look, it was like going to school. It was like, because I would spend a lot of time with them, like they would get up and start the session maybe at 8 o'clock in the morning. And
Wow.
I would be at the session while they're cutting the rhythm track. You know what I'm saying? I
Mm.
would know the music from from front to back. You know what I'm saying? I would know it from what the piano was gonna play, what the guitar is playing. I would get up and spend. They would sometimes take 10 hours to cut one rhythm track. You know what
Wow.
I'm saying?
Like,
Because they were so meticulous on how it should be. And until they got it to feeling what they felt like it should be, then they would not put it down on tape. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes it took all day just to get one rhythm track.
my goodness. Did it not feel like too meticulous compared to what others were doing? Or
Oh,
did you?
sometime you would feel like they got it already. Why? What they're looking for? You know, how do you want? How much more this is sound? It sounds great, but there was a point that they knew that they was trying to where they was trying to get to with that rhythm track, and when they finally got it, you could tell that that was what it was supposed to be.
Hey guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for being a part of Halftime Chat. Please remember to subscribe, share, and comment. But most importantly, why don't you become a member of Halftime Chat? We've got amazing videos, amazing perks, and being able to support the channel. But anyway, thanks for watching. Take care.
I never participated in that kind of.
Married and somewhere in between.
Us for even loving us, on which I did miss you.
With I'll be sure. But what was it like growing up?
She's still making an impact on 4 houses down.
I have a couple of pieces.
Trying to get this one and that one.
That works for you, but just for me,
No. Okay.
They don't understand what Joseph boys you win in all spirits.
Play it.
And all these guys, they all work together.
I mean, I love all different genres.